What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, as you see on your screen, we have the details for the EZA physical Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks. This was actually pretty anticipated, and we actually expected them to EZA during the celebration, so not very surprising to me, but definitely very excited to check out what they can do. They do seem pretty good, so we're gonna go ahead and go over the details. Right now, not much really else to talk about. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. The leader skill is Gifted Warriors, or Kamehameha category key +3, and HP attack and defense plus 170%. His 12 key super attack effect greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage. And then the unit super with Krillin greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and all allies attack and defense plus 30% for 2 turns. What's good about this unit super, the one with Krillin, is you actually don't need Krillin anymore. As you see, the active skill condition or the unit super condition is when there's another ally whose name includes Trunks Kid or Goten Kid attacking in the same turn, or when there is a Krillin on team. So obviously they kept that, but they made it so you can run a Trunks Kid or Goten Kid with it instead and still have that unit super activated, which is really good because there is the Int Goten and the Tech Trunks that are named this, and they also are pretty good. And all they need is a name like this, and this unit has that, so has a Goten and Trunks in the name, so they will actually get their buffs they need as well. So diving into the passive skill here, it's key +3 and attack and defense plus 100%. Attack and defense plus 150% when performing a super attack. So far we're at 250% attack and defense, and then we have a great chance of an additional attack and defense 100%, and then another proc of a great chance of an additional attack and defense 100%. So these are both 70% chance procs. You're most likely going to get them, but you'll obviously notice when you don't get them. Should have they done this? I mean, I guess to make them balanced damage wise, I guess. But once you have all of this up, the insane damage, I mean, we're talking big numbers here. So I guess they just did it so they don't always be good like that, but that's unfortunate because why not? But once you get all this up, big numbers, and then he has a high chance of launching an additional super, high chance of performing a crit, and a medium chance to dodge. So a medium is 30 and highs are 50, if you were wondering about the translations here. And then it gets an additional attack and defense plus 20% up to 100%, and chance to evade enemies' attacks plus 10% up to 50% with each attack received or evaded. So again, another 100% attack and defense you'll get here. So once you get all of this, this is 250, this is 450, this is 550 attack and defense in total once you get everything and the procs to go up, which is crazy. I don't know what their stats are or anything, it doesn't show it up there, but anyways, that's still crazy. And then when you get the super attack, it's an extra 30. I mean, that probably doesn't count for them, I don't think, but it might. But 550% attack and defense, which is huge. And then when you get the 10% dodge up to 50%, you already have a medium chance, so that's 30% here, and extra 50%, so he's be at 80% dodge, and then he's going to be nuking you too. And then down here, he gets an additional 30% crit, so the crit also goes up to 80%, and he gets a 30% damage reduction when all allies attack it in the same turn of Kamehameha. So on top of all of this, on top of the 80% dodge, even if you get hit, he'll have 30% damage reduction, so you should be able to take a couple normals from these big bosses. I'm not sure about super, but should be dodging them anyways. You have 80% chance, unless you just have bad luck. What I actually want to do right here is I want to go ahead and hop over to the Dokkan wiki, and I think it's obvious to me that they are supposed to be run on this guy as leader. It's a 200% Kamehameha, and then if we go to Kamehameha, you'll have the new EZA units, and then these two guys, which ones I was talking about here, the EZA, Goten, and Trunks. If we go to one of their passives, by the way, their passive skill is the exact same, so I'm not going to show both of them. The difference is that this just says Goten for Trunks. So everything that says Trunks On GOTEN'S says GOTEN'S for Trunks, and whatever says GOTEN on Trunks says Trunks for GOTEN'S. Probably very confusing what I just said there, but if you know, you know. But they have 50% damage reduction, and then they have this line right here, which they get an additional 120% attack, and the extra 30% damage reduction when performing a super, if there's a Trunks kid or Krillin. But when you're running these guys, there's the Trunks, so you should be fine. You get that proc, and then Kamehameha allies get key +1, attack +50%, and 20% chance crit when they're in the first slot, or 2+ key, 70% attack and 30% crit as the second attacker. So once you have the EZA dudes up front, if you have them, you can have this dude in the second. We just got an advertisement again, but we're letting it run out. When you have this guy in the second slot, he's also buffing. So you can, what you can do is, if you have these in the first slot, you can have this dude in second get a buff, or look right here, gains an additional 120% attack, high chance for performing crit, attack when performing a super attack, and key +3 as a third attacker. If you have them in the third, they're not going to give that ally buff anymore, which is fine. But if you have them in the second slot for a showcase video for them, then you'll get the buffs for these guys here. Most likely not, though. I mean, you can just probably rotate them off, I guess. I mean, you'll still have 80% damage reduction, and then so you should be fine. But I just wanted to show that off because I feel like they perfectly built these guys to be run under the new Gohan's leader skill, which is perfect. I mean, these guys seem very, very strong, very, very good. Let me know your thoughts down below on the comment on the EZA, Goten, and Trunks. Thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new. We are on the road to 200 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.